Hello and welcome to another EBTV High School Sports presentation. Today it's volleyball as the East Brunswick Lady Bears host the Edison Eagles in a Greater Middlesex Conference match. I'm Frank Noppenberger and I'm being joined by former girls head coach and current boys head coach Mr. Greg Rutz. Greg, we're currently 16-1 and we're sitting in the driver's seat for the division and conference title, and the state tournament's coming up. Give us a quick reaction to the upcoming games.
Well, tonight's game should be a pretty easy one for the Bears, considering the last matchup. The Bears themselves have seemed to have handled most of the GMC pretty easily, but that'll change once conference time comes. The other GMC schools seem to step it up a little bit, and there's a tendency for the games to be a lot closer come conference time than any other time of the year. But with the experience of the Bears, the number of seniors they have, and the control they have in the middle, the Bears have a very good chance of winning the tournament this year.
Okay, that was Greg Rutz, former head coach, and our guest tonight. And we'll be back in a minute for the senior night activities here at East Brunswick High School. Okay, we're back here at East Brunswick High School with senior night and our girls volleyball team. Mr. Rutz, you've gone through a lot of these in your last few years at East Brunswick. Incidentally, how many years at East Brunswick?
This is my 6th.
So you've had at least 10 of those. Mm-hmm. Is this a special night for the kids?
Yeah, I believe so. It's one of those games I look forward to. It's kind of one of those games where they can kind of say thank you to their parents for all the hard work they put in. Because, you know, as a high school athlete, the majority of the time, their parents got to get them somewhere, they're still making them lunch, doing all that kind of stuff, so they got to say thank you. And, you know, this is where they play tough for them, and they make sure both their parents are at games. That doesn't always happen.
Good. Okay, we're going to start off with the seniors in a second, and because you've coached these girls, I think it would be appropriate if you introduce them.
All right, coming across now is Anna Chesnikova and her parents, Inanna and Leonid. Second senior coming across is Jessica Galutz and her parents, Karen and Harry.
Senior Marissa Maydell with parents Lori.
And escorting Marissa Nadeau is her mother, Lori.
Boy, it's like Marissa's been around here forever.
And the fourth senior is Kristen Semenak and her parents, Gail and Joseph.
And she's another one that's been with us. Have they all been here since, except Anna, since their freshman year playing volleyball?
Yes.
And that's the Strapkos. Very familiar name to volleyball and basketball people at East Brunswick. And that was Mr. Murphy, our principal over there, congratulating them with both of our assistant coaches, Coach Aces and head coach Strauss. Okay, we'll be back in a minute for the start of the game. Well, congratulations to our seniors and the best of luck of them for the remaining of the season and certainly for the conference and state tournaments. Okay, Greg, what goes on now? Is this a unique thing, the volleyball, this handshake beforehand?
No, it happens at every level. From anywhere from the 12 and under club teams to the U.S. team, they all do it.
Olympic volleyball, they all start the same way and stuff?
Exactly right.
All right. Well, how come football they don't shake hands before the game?
I think there's a little bit of an anger issue there that they have.
Okay. We only have one official today, Greg, and that's because there's a shortage of officials out there. How can someone who's watching us and interested in officiating, how can they get involved in the sport as an official?
Actually, pretty easy. You just need to contact Phil Auerbach. Is that correct? Is that the correct pronunciation? He's the chapter rep for Central Jersey, and through him they have a course that runs. I believe it starts in August, and I think there's 5 or 6 classes and a couple tests, and away you go. I know you have to come in as a cadet for 5 or 6 matches, and then you get certified as a JV official, and then certified as a varsity official.
Oh, that's good. And if they need to get Phil's number, what they can certainly do is contact me in the athletic department, and I will hook them up with Phil and or Joe Cuddy. Okay, we're about to start here. As we said, the Bears are 16-1, and they're looking forward to a GMC in the tournament and the state tournament. In a minute there, Greg, tell us about Miss Stropko and the different colored jersey out there and your feeling on that.
All right, Jen's wearing the opposing color, or the opposite color of everyone else. She's known as the libero. It's a defensive specialist that was added several years ago internationally and has trickled down to high school. And her job is simply to do that, to play defense. She's not allowed to serve. She's not allowed to attack a ball. And she's not allowed to set an attacking hitter.
And this is new for New Jersey volleyball this year. Will it also be in for the men?
That is correct. That is correct. It's a great position. One, it gives another player the ability to be out on the floor. So you basically have 7 starters now instead of 6. And a lot of times your libero is one of those people who maybe can't hit the ball that well, maybe can't serve that well, but they don't need to. They just go out there and they just pass balls all day long. And a good libero can make a difference.
Now that makes it 3-zip on that serve by Andrea Temkin. And the Bears are up, 3-1. But you don't have to use it. As we see, Edison doesn't have one out there.
That is correct. That is correct. It's one of those rules where you have that luxury.
Will you use it for the boys, or haven't you decided yet?
We will be using it for the boys, yes.
All
yes.
Right, good, good. So that's basically the biggest rule change this year in volleyball at the high school level, and that's the libero.
As you can see, in
that was a. Now she seemed to be go over the net on that. Greg, are you allowed to go over the net?
On a third ball contact, she is. But if you look closely, she made no contact with the ball. So the play wasn't illegal no matter what. Yeah, any ball prior to third, she is not allowed to penetrate the net and make contact. But on a third ball, she is. That's Anna Chesnikova.
Right. And that's Andrea Temkin serving again, right?
That's correct. Junior.
Would you think Andrea is one of our better setters, or?
Definitely one of the better setters East Brunswick girls have seen in quite some time. She picked up a ball probably as a 7th or an 8th grader. Her brother played for us, played on the boys team, and I think she got hooked then.
How do we get the young kids involved, Greg? Well, now that makes the score 7-1 Bears. Andrea still serving.
Oh, good serve. Youth volleyball right now, there's 2 club teams out there in the state, in this part of the state for girls. One runs out of Raritan Valley Community College. It's not affiliated with them, but that's where they practice.
And is this for guys or girls?
Just girls. It's only one guys team in the entire state. They run out of Warren.
That's the one your guys are involved with, right?
That's correct. That's the one our guys play for.
We're back here. Let's get back to the game. It's 8-1. Seems like the girls are using all their hits. Is that something Coach wants them to work on in this particular game in your conversation with her?
Definitely. This is Edison's not going to be one of the stronger offensive teams that they see. So this will be one of those games where the Bears need to work on ball control, good consistent serving, and good heads-up play. Make the smart plays, not the not necessarily the one that their heart wants them to pound the ball to the floor. Sometimes it's better just to push it over.
It's good to see that even though we may be up 8-3, we still have girls diving all over the floor, giving their best effort. There's another one by Michelle.
Yeah. That dive was and dig was made by Michelle Sipkowski. She's a sophomore for the Bears. She's going back to serve right now. One of the players that we have that plays all year round for the Bears. A very consistent volleyball player. Good. Nice play right there by Jessica Lutz and Andrea Chesnikova. Anna took a second ball, knew she could hit it and swung away at it, and the Bears earned the point on it. Great play.
Now, Coach, I see the kids looking over. I mean, I know, but the kids are looking over before they serve the coach. What is Coach telling them before they serve?
Right now, she's probably giving direction of where she wants them to serve the ball. It may be that the player itself is having difficulty serving to a certain position, so they serve away from there, or they're serving towards the other team's weaker passer.
And that makes the score 10-4 in favor of the Bears.
That was a close one there.
Yep.
Ball was wet.
I'm not sure about the net, the pole, but that's right.
Done.
Like in most sports, Greg, and you've played many sports, communication is very important. Is it more important in volleyball because so many balls are close to one another, or how would you compare the communication that's necessary in volleyball versus like maybe basketball?
Personally, I think for us it's very important because you know, in basketball you can make an errant pass and still end up at somebody. You can't have two people going for the same ball and end up making a good pass. So communication for us is very important. I know at the girls teams and the guys team both, you know, it's one of the main components of practice every day is to making sure everybody knows where they are and who's got what ball and, you know, what's going to happen with that ball. If you watch the Bears compared to Edison, you're going to see a lot more communication out of the Bears than you are out of the Edison Eagles today.
Well, that makes the score 13-4 in favor of the Bears, and there's Anna serving.
Right there was a kill by Jessica Lutz, senior captain for the Bears. Great swing, good cross-court movement.
Okay, that's a timeout, and we're going to go into the huddle now and see what the coaching staff has to say to the girls. You're up 14-4, and let's hear Coach Strauss.
Good job. Let's go. Awesome job. Keep it up. Just keep serving. I don't know. Get some more points. Keep on running. Free balls are going to be sending free balls over and over and over again.
Short.
All right. Just be ready for anything. Watch for the first ball over and move your feet. You're doing a great job, though. All right. Let's go. Come on.
Keep it up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep it up.
Okay, we got another 30 seconds or so in that timeout, Coach Strauss. Not much to say. I guess it's difficult. 14-4. We're playing pretty well. But as you notice, it was all in the positive. Everything was positive.
Yeah. Okay. The Bears have seen a lot of teams like this in the GMC this year. There's the quality of volleyball has kind of come down a little bit. A lot of teams had a lot of seniors graduate last year, so they're kind of in a rebuilding phase. So East Brunswick's getting used to playing, you know, rebuilding teams. I don't want to say lesser teams, but rebuilding teams.
Record-wise, we're probably having one of our better years in girls volley.
Definitely.
Skill-wise, what do you think?
I think they're pretty comparable to teams in the past. They tend to be a little bit stronger in the middle than maybe we have been in recent years. But they're a very skilled team, good setter. They've a battle all year for outside position. They've had 4 girls battling for those 2 outside slots. And, you know, with 2 6-footers in the middle at the girls' level, that's a great thing to have.
I just think, you know, we got a well-balanced team here, and it's great to see that. Now we're getting some substitutes into the game.
Yeah. On that note, if you notice, Anna came off the court and Jen just ran on. The libero is not considered a sub. It's just a player exchange. It's not considered one of the team substitutions. And the only time they can come on, obviously, is during a dead ball situation, but she can come in for anybody at any time.
Okay, the score is currently 15-5 in favor of the Bears.
And on that note, while we're following Jen, she made all 3 passes when the ball crossed the net. All of them came to her. Her job is to take control of the court and make those kind of passes so that Andrea can set a ball to Marissa like that. It was a great swing by Marissa Nadeau.
Well, that's kind of like the point guard in basketball.
That's correct. Her job is to run the show.
Okay, that makes this first game 17-5. 18. How about that cheer after a serve or a point? What's that all about? That oolah or moolah, whatever it is.
Well, every team's got a different type of cheer. Most of them, and I have to say 99% of them are all positive towards their own team. They are not meant to be towards other teams. They are meant to, you know.
But does the word mean anything, or is it just a sound?
I think they're actually saying hoorah, similar to the Marines.
Yeah, okay, I buy that. That makes it 20-5. And number 7 is serving. Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen Semenak.
One of our seniors.
Looking down at Kristen's stats, she's almost at 50% per ace. I mean, per serve, at 35 serves, she has 14 aces. And if you look at the last couple, you can see why. As I speak up, she aces another one. Very good flat float serve. Ball has a lot of movement, similar to the knuckleball in baseball.
Right.
And, you know, you can't see the movement of the wind in the room, but the ball moved, making it difficult for the passer to make a good, clean pass.
Okay, that makes it 22-5 in favor of the Bears. Speaking of Kristen, I know her mom, Gail, and dad Joseph are very proud of her. She's got a 3.6 GPA. She's considering Ramapo and College of New Jersey, 2 outstanding schools. Good luck to Kristen.
Yeah, looking down that sheet, the average GPA for seniors this year is about a 3.5. Topped off with the middle, Marissa Nadeau, with a 4.3. So these girls aren't only athletes, but they're, you know, academically gifted.
And she is also, as you know, a great high jumper for her.
That's correct.
As a matter of fact, her brother graduated years ago. I believe he's a doctor now. He's one of my favorites of all time. He was a goalie for us.
Oh, that I didn't
Graduated before you were here, Mr. Rutz. We're at 23-7.
Oh, great block right there by Marissa Nadeau with the middle off the net like that. Tough ball to time. Got good penetration. Great block.
All right, serving this ball is number 9. Jessica, did we speak about Jessica? She's considering Ramapo and TCNJ also.
Yeah, Jessica Lutz is one of the girls that was battling for the outside position, and early in the season they were in and out. Her and Melissa Sipkowski and a couple other girls all fighting for the same spot.
Well, competition is good for that, Coach. You know, I mean, when you ever talk to or read about the pro sports, upper levels in college, they need competition. They need someone to challenge them.
That's right.
And that just makes everyone play better. That makes it 23-9.
A great serve right there by number 9, Gina Dross from Edison. Ooh. That's a hitting error right there by Michelle Sipkowski.
Now I see her talking to herself. What do you think she did there? She didn't follow through? Is that what she was saying?
I think she just got ahead of the ball. Tendency is to be kind of quick and ball get behind her, and that's why it drifts deep. That one out in front. Good cross-court read. Gives her a little bit more room cross-court.
She certainly made that adjustment.
See, again, there's that substitution between Anna Chesnikova and Jen Shrapko.
What is it that you want Anna up on the front?
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. When you have a girl that you get a 6-footer, you want to put her up front, and
that's not too hard to figure out. Huh?
No, definitely not. Not when Jen passes nails the way she does. She steps in there and everything's to target. Anna's job's to do that. Put balls away and keep winning points for the Bears.
Okay, that's the end of the first game, and that puts the Bears 1 game up, and by this won the first game 25-10, and now we have like a minute break, 3-minute break, excuse me, and then we go on. But we can keep talking here, Greg. Greg, where does this change of sides and benches come from? Is that a European tradition here with benches here in volleyball?
I think it's probably been going on for a long time. I think it just comes down to fair play, because every gym's got a good side and a bad side, so they always figure, let's just like basketball, football, everybody changes ends. You change.
Yeah, but the benches don't have.
No, that's true. I think you have to change benches in this sport. You're so close to it.
I guess. All right, Greg, we're going to talk about some of our other sports, and I know you know this, but did you know our girls' tennis team were Central Jersey Group 4 champs?
I did know that.
Yeah, did you know that is the furthest? We won the first round of the state semis and then lost to Westfield in the finals. That's the furthest any team from East Brunswick has gone in girls' tennis.
I did not know that.
You did know that. And they've got 5 games left next week. And if the girls win all these, they'll be division champs. And they're just having another great year for the girls. And how about girls soccer? Did you know they're the #1 seed again in the tournament?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, the girls are #1 seed. They can open up their tournament this Monday, probably against South River Middlesex winner. And the boys are going to open up Tuesday, and it looks like they're going to open up against Old Bridge. Boys got a tough seed, but they've been playing a lot of good soccer lately. So fans out there, if you want to come out and support the Bears soccer team, boys and girls, please come on out and join us. We'll be playing Monday and Tuesday. And girls JV soccer team have a tournament here that we're hosting with 4 teams. So see some pretty good soccer. Cross country, I know you're a runner. We have that big race tomorrow, and I'd like to wish good luck to the boys and girls cross country in the GMC championships.
Yeah, great time of the year to run.
I think we have a shot at that.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Another good group of runners out there. It always seems like we're strong. We got 4 or 5 deep strong.
Right. Well, Coach Murray, you know, he's just a great coach, and he's got 4 real strong guys. But as you know, we need that 5th person, and he hopes somebody comes up big in this next
come race day tomorrow.
Big meet tomorrow. And then last but not least, we got field hockey. Field hockey took the #2 seed in the tournament, and they're going to be playing home on Monday against Metuchen. So hopefully someone will come out, watch the Bears. It's going to be a beautiful day Monday. Watch the Bears. Look for some GMC championships.
Sounds like another good fall for the Bears.
Yep. So far. Couple titles already. The girls haven't won the division in volleyball, but they're in pretty good shape. They'll win it outright by beating South Brunswick next week. But the worst they could do, unless they lose 2, is a tie for the division with South Brunswick. Okay. And then we have the seeding. All the tournaments are going to be seeded over next week for the state tournament. And I think the Bears will have a good seed, but how do you think they'll do in the tournament, Coach?
Well, looking around the state this year, it seems like Group 4 girls is a tough division to be in. There's a lot of good teams. But with the strength of the middles that this team has and the camaraderie that they have a very good chance of going, pretty deep into the state tournament.
Yep, and I know Westfield's ranked ahead of us. However, we beat them, but it was an even game, so I'm sure it could go either way. And we got to worry about Bridgewater and again, of course, Hunterdon Central.
Yep.
But best of luck to the girls. Okay, we're ready to start game 2, and Andrea Temkin will be serving number 18.
Andrew's the setter for the Bears. They run a 5-1, which means they have 1 person set all the way around. Andrew does a great job. Good leader. Takes control of the floor. Boom. Big hit right there by Michelle Sikowski.
Good job, Michelle. Now, you've coached Andrea. She just looks like a fun person to coach.
Yeah, definitely. If coachability is a term you use when you're trying out players, you're coaching, she's definitely got all of it. She loves the sport.
And she got turned on to that by her brother, you think?
Yeah, I would think so. He started as a sophomore for us, and I think from day 1 she was in the gym, watching him play and coming to games and asking questions. And
well, that's how it starts out, I guess. It starts with the family gaining an interest. Well, that's good. Okay, that makes it 3-0 in favor of the Bears, with Andrea still serving.
Well, looking down the stat sheet, I could see why they start Andrea as their first server.
Why is that, Coach?
Well, not only does she have the most serves, she leads the team in aces, and she probably has the greatest serving percentage of the team. So I'm looking at that stat as a coach saying, all right, we're starting in 1 because I'm making sure I'm putting points on the board early.
All right, Coach, if you're the Edison coach, what are you doing now?
Well, personally, I think that they're passing right now. 3 deep passers are a little deep. So, yeah, they're always charging the ball. When you're charging the ball like that, you can't always make a good pass. I'd move them up a little bit. And from the looks of it, it looks like number 1, who's in the middle, is one of their better passers. I'd give her a little more freedom to pass a few more balls.
Okay, that hit there makes it 6-0.
It looks like that's about Michelle Subkowski's 50th kill for the season. At this point, you let your starters roll through. I would think the players that are in now, I'm going to let them roll through. Probably 12 points deep. And then I'm probably going to make a pretty mass substitution of 2 or 3 players at a time, based on how the kids are playing in practice. You know, it's an easy game for their starters, but if everybody else isn't getting it done, then you're not going to make subs. But from what I understand, he's got a good group of girls out there. She's probably going to start making some subs.
Because is this when they start to get tired? The legs get tired this part of the season?
Yeah, you know, I haven't found in volleyball that we actually get physically tired. We get mentally tired. We kind of, you know, it's the grind of traveling. It's the grind of practice.
The long games. That was a dig on.
I know that was a dig on the 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 that we argue about.
That makes it 7-2 in favor of the Bears, and we'll talk about that later. The 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 for our audience. Maybe the next time out or breaking the action, we'll talk on that, Coach.
Tough pass right there for Andrew Temkin to handle. Going the opposite direction of her on the net. Good serve by the Eagles.
So it makes it 7-3.
That right there is just lack of communication right there by the Bears.
Now, that's an underhand serve. I don't see that much. Is that a new style, technique, or is it just lack of ability?
Well, I wouldn't say lack of ability. A lot of times teams will use that if their overhand isn't consistent. You know, underhand serve is a very, very consistent serve. And actually, I've seen a lot of teams who can serve real short with that underhand serve. So it ends up coming pretty effective.
Certainly worked for them because you seemed like she was able to place it right there.
The EB volleyball doesn't stress the underhand serve too much.
I was just wondering if you're going to incorporate that next spring.
No.
Makes it 9-4 in favor of the Bears.
We're actually looking at jump serve a lot this year. A little more aggressive.
And that's something they probably are just practicing on their own at home and practicing.
Yeah, actually, there's a couple girls out here I know that can jump serve, but I just haven't got as consistent as some of the guys have. But I know they're out there trying it, and it's a very effective serve. A lot more velocity on the ball, a lot harder ball to handle as far as passing goes. That's a good hit right there by Jessica Lutz. You saw the ball blocked, but there was a net violation by the Eagles right there, keeping the ball on EB side.
Okay, that makes it 10-5 in favor of the Bears.
Kristen Semenak back to serve again. Ball's out. There's another ace for Semenak. I believe that's 3 on the night. Good pass.
Okay, the 2 young ladies on the corners, tell our audience what they're doing and why they're pointing at the ground. I mean, we know, but tell everyone out there.
All right, those are the linesmen that we have. Each team supplies 1. Their job is simply to watch the 2 lines that they're in the corner of, the end line and then 1 sideline. They're just an extra, 2 extra pairs of eyes for the officials to make sure they're making the right calls with the ball's close to the line. Contact with the line is in.
The line is in.
The line is in, yes. So their job is just to watch that, and also to watch for like a touch off a block that maybe an official might not be able to see because of their angles, and to see if the ball is in or outside the antenna.
Isn't it nice spike there on, I think that was Marissa.
Yep.
But isn't there a lot of pressure for a kid?
I know not for ours, no. I know the Coach Aces and Coach Strauss approach it the same way we do in the boys team, is that just go out there and call what you see. You know, we're never going to yell at you. We're never going to be mad at you. You know, you see what you see. It's a hard thing to do sometimes. The game gets faster. Game gets more aggressive.
Well, it certainly teaches you poise and how to make a call and concentrate on the game. Okay, that makes it 12-8 in favor of the Bears.
Eagles making a little bit of a push here. Out. That's back-to-back hitting errors for the Bears.
That's right, but I mean, not that it's a good mistake, but that's an aggressive mistake, right, Coach?
Oh, definitely, definitely. You'd like to see your outside hitter going for a ball like that and trying to earn a point.
Because you've got to gain confidence with those hits, correct?
Yeah, because when you're doesn't matter who you're playing, you're gonna have situations where you're not where you want to be, and you got to make a play on it.
Okay, that makes it 12-9 in favor of the Bears.
Good follow right there by Jen Strapko. She followed the ball out, knew where she was on the court, and allowed the ball to go out. Some substitutions right now for the Bears. We got Melissa Favis coming in for looks like Jessica Lutz.
Why wasn't that sub allowed, Coach?
I think that simply came down to the fact that there was one official and he just didn't quite catch it. So they're just going to reserve that point and make that substitution because they were in the box.
Well, he's doing a heck of a job. Speaking of great jobs, how about our two singers, Alyssa Cho and Jen Cardula? Thank you, girls, for helping out. Great job. The spectators certainly enjoyed your singing of our national anthem.
Oh, I knew Alyssa Cho was quite a golfer. I just didn't know she had a set of vocal cords like that.
And Jen Cardula, that's a famous Rutgers football name. And she just informed me that that was her father who played for Rutgers.
Right now, the Bears are a little bit on their heels. They got a little flat, and Edison's making a push off the service and making some great serves, and EB's not responding right now.
Yep. It's now 13-12 in favor of Edison.
Good let right there by Kristen Semenak and Jem Strapko. Good communication coming into play again. At a substitution for the Eagles. Great serve by Marissa.
Oh boy. Oh, nice.
It's a good defense right there.
Number 4.
Tough. Again, see the setters putting the ball a little tight on the net, a little hard for the middle to swing without making net contact. Anna doing a nice job of adjusting right there.
Yep, Anna can certainly see the whole court. What an improvement from last year to this year.
Another great serve by Marissa.
And that's out, and that makes the score 15 for the Bears.
Oh, 14-all?
Oh, 14-all. That must have been a touch. Speaking of our audience, Coach, I see 2 former Bears. I see Matt Strapko, an All-Stater. Over there, our former assistant coach. Tell us what Coach Taras is doing now.
I believe Taras right now is working for MBNA as in sub accounting situation. I understand that he had to take quite a hit tonight to take a little time off to come
See the Bears. That was great for him to come back to see the girls on senior night, and that's What a great guy he is.
He coached all the seniors that are out here. Actually, he's coached, you know, all the juniors and the seniors that were out here. He did a great job while he was here with the Bears.
Yes, he did, and we really appreciative of everything he's done for East Brunswick volleyball.
Definitely, definitely. He sold these girls on beach volleyball. They're all playing out there in the summer.
Okay, that makes it 16-14 in favor of the Bears.
This is their one of the Bears' stronger offensive rotations, where they have setter back row and 3 hitters up front, giving them more options, making it more difficult for the defense to kind of key on one specific player. Oh, it's a great shot right there. Good deep roll shot.
Yeah, and I kind of hit that like, excuse me. I was kind of shocked that went in.
Yeah, I kind of got the same.
She's a character, but she's going to have a heck of a basketball season this year, too. I understand she's being recruited for both sports. And
there's a big block by Anna again. Well, again, you know, a 6'1" girl with some athleticism that definitely helps out.
With her best days ahead of her, and she's really turned into a leader this year, and I'm happy for her. She is a great kid.
At this point, the Bears just made another substitution. They brought in, I believe, sophomore Alana Miller for Christian Seminac. We have a pause right now for a couple.
Oh, the little girl running on the court?
Yeah. The good news is the young lady seems excited to be here.
Right. Oh, good spin on that, Mr. Rutz.
Oh, it's a great play right there. Set her out of. Oh.
Well, she had a better read on it, you know. Good for her. Now, who made that? Number 22 made that save?
Yeah, it was Melissa Favors making a dig down the sideline. Looked like a.
Okay, that looks like another timeout. Okay, Coach, let's settle this. Talk about this debate we're having. It used to be 3 out of 5 up to
25.
25 or 21?
25.
25. And now we've moved it to.
What happened?
Now we've moved it to 2 out of 3. Give us your logic for the guys, gals, and what it should be.
I don't know if I'm in the minority or majority, but I feel like 2 out of 3 works really well for the ladies. Just because I think the flow of the game, the way volleyball is played, it's a very back and forth game, especially when you're playing a team, both teams at high levels. It's not a lot harder. It just seems like there's very good defense on both sides, so that the rally continues a lot longer. Where boys volleyball is a very terminating kind of a game. It's pass, set, kill, serve, ace, that kind of stuff, where it's very abrupt. So for the boys, we try to press for that 3 out of 5 to try to give the boys a little more exposure. Last year with the 3 out of 5, we had several matches that didn't last 35 minutes.
Right.
Athletically, that's not very much fun when you're practicing for 2.5 hours a day.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough call, and that's a debate that's going to be going on for the next year or so, and hopefully it'll work out for the best.
Yeah,
okay, that makes it, as you see on your screen, 22-14 in favor of the Bears.
Big swing outside. That kill was by Kristina Boransova. Oh, substitution coming in. They're pulling Anna Chesnikova and bringing in Ivana. At the moment, I can't read Ivana's last name. I apologize.
All right. That's okay. She's getting dirty there. I mean, she's into the game. Good job.
You'll see a big height difference between the two, but Ivana makes up with the athleticism she has. She's going to be a very good middle for the Bears next year. Tough on a 6'1" middle. Back out to Boransova. Big swing.
Now they definitely see that middle of that court open, and they're hitting there, right? I mean, that's just from experience of playing, you recognize, you see the feet, and you can hit it there, right?
Definitely. Outsides are taught to read the block. The block's usually going to dictate what's open, because we teach our blockers to feed to our passers. So if there's no block there, usually the person's back passing, but usually that we call it middle is wide open. Very difficult spot to defend.
The boys do a lot of 2 men up at the net block, and girls don't. Or am I just?
I think it really depends on who's playing who. A team, it'll really going to depend on, like, if we look at Edison here, it doesn't seem like they have a lot of players who can block.
I see.
Whereas EB will probably block solo when they come to this side with Andrea, but they'll double on the other side with Christina or with either one of their outsides. Nice kill right there by Melissa Favis to terminate the match.
Yes, it did. That makes it 25-16. That concludes senior night. And I like this unique handshake at the end that volleyball provides for the kids.
It's actually the first thing that officials bring up in our coaches captain meeting. Good sportsmanship, won't be tolerated. I mean, bad sportsmanship won't be tolerated. And it shows.
Yeah, volleyball, great sport. Okay, let me see. What else, Greg? So we got the state tournament coming up, and we got the county tournament coming up. If anyone out there needs to see us or want to know about the dates or times, please call me, or you can check the newspaper. But tell me what's going to happen the next week or so in practice, Coach. Are they going to lighten up a little? Or are they going to continue driving? Or because now we got a peak for the state tournament.
Yeah, I would think a length of time is going to shorten, but effort's definitely not going to shorten.
Right.
Coaches are going to go out there. They're going to work just as hard as they have in the past, but they're going to shorten it probably down to about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of practice at 2.5, and give their legs a little bit of a rest, like you said earlier, and give their minds a little bit of a rest, and get ready. Just prepare each match by match.
Right now, next week, next Saturday, what we have is the JV tournament over there at West Windsor. So I know the girls are getting psyched for that, and then that week starts the state tournament, the conference tournament, which would then be followed by the state tournament.
Yeah, that.
So that's another goal for our girls. Yeah,
the JV tournament at West Windsor is a great culmination for the JV teams. There is no there's no conference tournament for them. What ends up happening is they bring in 10 very good JV teams, and it's a great way to culminate it for them. But what it also does is springboard for the varsity teams,
right?
Because they see what their JV does. A lot of times they come out with a good finish out of that tournament, and now that tournament has ended and they know their conference play starts. We've been playing that West Windsor tournament so long that.
Yep. That's what you have to do. You have to give them something to look forward to. Well, that kind of wraps it up, Bears. Another outstanding job for the Bears. And on behalf of Greg Rutz, I'm Frank Noppenberger, thanking you for watching another EBTV High School Sports presentation. And go Bears.